All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Respect My Gamer podcast. As you can see, I'm back. There was a lot of jokes last episode at undisclosed location. But guess what? We're all at an undisclosed location because the new studio space is being set up. So got to do this remotely this week. As you can see, Canis007 is back. Missed one episode, he started talking trash about you. Like I ain't the whole producer of the episodes. The edit still has to go through me. I saw all this shit you said. Also, I have my co-host, Comedic7.
Going on, everybody?
And as you can see, we have replaced elements. Since he's making them little jokes about replacements. Nah, he had to take care of some stuff today. So we have our special guest with us, which really isn't a special guest. He's actually, we might as well say he's Respekt My Gamer affiliate. Shinryojin 120. It's the little brother of the crew. Say hello to the peoples. Yeah, you got to talk for the people.
What's up?
So man, how was y'all feeling while I was gone? Yeah, like y'all had a lot of fun, huh?
We not go crack jokes.
I was like, I should be petty and edit all of this out.
Oh man,
Like, what was that you said? Oh, it didn't make the cut. But how was y'all week, man?
all right,
It was cool.
was doing good this week.
Yeah, I had to be away, take care of a little business, move around a little bit. But we back
At an undisclosed location.
at undisclosed location. Yeah, I'm back in the bunker. But also, just so people know, we were not gone because of the vid. It was not vid related at all. Everybody's fine. We're doing good. All right. Got to clarify out here with this world that we got right now. We fine. All right, we good.
Last year happened, and now you got to be super specific about things.
Like sneeze in public no more.
Right.
Get a dirty look. It's stink eye.
We cough is just because we smoke. That's
Yes. If they cough, it's because they smoke. Them, those two in that box. It had nothing to do with me. I might, it's
Ain't
a
nothing
little edible. It's a little edible every now and then. That's all. It's for my pain. Help with my knee.
Nothing to do. It has nothing to do with COVID. That's all we say. That's all we say.
Well, as many viewers know, we usually kick this great show off with our favorite segment, Weekly Roundup, where we talk about the news, what's happening in gaming, or new releases. And one of the first things I would like to actually talk about in our Weekly Roundup
this week.
Oh, yeah. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you're a fanboy of this series and this genre of game. Well, maybe I am. So fight me. See me in the comments if you got a problem with it. But Call of Duty Vanguard just released their trailer.
Yeah, matter of fact, that was you that sent me the video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be on the lookout for Call of Duty. I get updates from them. I get an email from them. And
it was actually a pretty interesting video. If y'all dig the series, and I'm telling y'all this because I don't really play Call of Duty. The only reason I play Call of Duty is because Canis plays Call of Duty. I found this actual interesting. So if y'all a fan, go check this out. I'm serious.
the trailer was at least good.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah, the trailer was nice, and it's the fact that it is. So we're back to World War II, which is one of their favorite parts of history to actually set their games in.
Right.
But this is actually more from the aspect of the origins of the Special Forces unit. So you'll literally be playing a role in a Special Forces team, which they're considering the first Special Forces unit put together So it's comprised of different soldiers from the Allied forces. And they're also adding a new map for Warzone that's available for crossplay as well. And I'm pretty sure that's going to come with some new weapons and
new things maybe too.
yeah. Oh, and there's also going to be a new mode in zombies. So we'll see how that goes because zombies is like, it was better on Black Ops, the most recent Black Ops though. I will say that. You did just get bombarded by a random horde for no reason. It actually built up to the difficulty level. It wasn't like all of a sudden you was cruising and all of a sudden it was 50 zombies on top of you at once. So he did make some adjustments.
Okay. See, that's what's up.
It's not dropping until November 4th, so we got some time. And as everyone knows, I'm probably gonna pre-order it because that's what I do, so I can get the exclusive stuff that other people don't get. I need that exclusive. But yeah, that's definitely a favorite for me, Call of Duty. I need to, here's the problem. Lately, because of my current schedule, I haven't gotten a chance to game like that. Other than playing Mortal Kombat against my nemesis right now. Who was getting very good. Like I'm gonna have to start practicing because I had some trouble. I've been having trouble lately.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to get back in the gym real quick. Gotta do some finger curls or something.
You can just
Hey, man, 5 pounders on your finger, just lift the weights.
hey.
Give me some hand grips like back in the day. Get back together. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, one of them fights, my hand cramped up in the middle of the fight. I was like, I'm gonna lose because my hand's stuck. Carpal tunnel set in. What's going on? I'm like, are you getting old? What's happening right now?
Man.
Yeah, man. Got real good with katana. This be a flurry of fans flying towards me. I'm like, shit. Help. One of the time I had to revert, I literally had to revert to going to Scorpion. I had to go to my favorite character. I'm like, oh, okay. See what you're doing there. Yeah, we're gonna start playing this while you're not around again. That's right.
Be in practice mode, like, oh.
Yeah. So a few other things that we had that were new items, new releases, new games, but this next one actually is technically a sequel, right?
Well, like a spiritual successor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I get tongue-tied every time I try to say this.
Yeah.
Okay, basically, if y'all play
Jet Set Radio, Jet Set Radio
Jet
Future,
Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio Future and stuff, you're gonna notice everything about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, okay, I get it now."
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching
art style, you know what they're going for with this.
Mm-hmm.
And it just overall just feels fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going through what looks like a futuristic New York.
That's why I guess because in the trailer they said something about the 5 boroughs.
Right.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So it's definitely it gotta be based on New York if nothing else.
Right.
I definitely like watching the trailer, especially it looks like it's real fast paced, just like the Jet Grinds were.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like it's more of an emphasis on the story than the tricks this time around too.
Still don't know.
But I'm definitely set to try to check that out and find out.
Uh-huh.
Do we know the release date? Oh, they don't have it exactly these days. It says 2020.
Right. So you know what happened in 2020.
Exactly.
But it's not canceled. It's still on track.
Right. So that's
But they released they came out with a recent trailer like last week.
Right.
and I like the fact that it's a Nintendo Switch release. which I've been really thinking about getting one of those eventually.
I'm serious.
Same here.
It got some titles to check out.
Right now,
I'm grabbing one when I can.
I should have brought a picture of this, but they're getting ready to release. Actually, I think not too long. No More Heroes 3.
Yeah.
I always like that series.
Yeah, I played through 1 and 2.
Right.
Which they did. They released 1 and 2 for the Switch as well.
Yeah.
Well,
So you can go through the whole thing.
If I remember correctly, isn't there an anime for it as well?
not to my knowledge, no.
I think so. I think I just saw it on might have been on Crunchyroll.
It,
Might be more recent though.
Nah.
I hear no anime for it.
There's been a lot of new anime getting released real random. You look at it, be a list of 10 that you never heard of. Like, oh, okay.
That do be happening now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that definitely
Animators ain't had nothing to do in 2020. They just
Right.
animate. Right. They just came out stretching out this year. Just what was y'all doing? Man,
Right.
look.
But they went into the hyperbolic time check
Right.
for all the 5 years of March of 2020.
Right.
I mean, honestly, I was kind of expecting to see more and more animation coming out because of the vid. You know, you got to be in the house with the pandemic. You know, animators and voice actors can still work remotely easily. It's just, you know, the editing process will just take a little longer for the editors, but you know,
Right.
Hey man, look, that's
why they get paid the big bucks.
yeah. Eventually, that'll be my life. Editing this for free so far. Get good at it though, so I'm sorry, put my services out there. But yeah, this is definitely I might have to check it out. I'm gonna let y'all check it out first and tell me if I should play
The
it.
music is sounding all right. I want to hear more soundtrack, but what I heard from it so far sounds good. Especially that song that was in like that newest trailer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing that, especially for the Jet Grimes, and music definitely pushed it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they kind of geared that game towards aiming it for the hip hop community.
Oh man, without a doubt, the graffiti, the
graffiti, the music,
the like the feel, the style of the movements. It was definitely fuss.
Like what other game had Jurassic 5 and a soundtrack like that?
This is true. Definitely used to listen to that soundtrack on the regular.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I had a good lineup, man. I didn't even think about this game when we was talking about best soundtracks on that the other episode. That was that was solid.
That's what I'm like. If we could have compiled a list, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is top 5 in it. Just
yeah.
Yeah,
I can agree with that.
But so you know, we definitely trying to look out for that one.
Yeah, I'm waiting that y'all play it first, and then like if it's good, I'm like, there we go. Maybe I'll think about getting the Switch.
Oh, that's going to be on. I believe that's also going to be on. You know, for the PlayStations and Xboxes.
Yeah, but they're doing an exclusive release for the Switch, so it's going to be something extra you get specifically for the Switch.
Probably gonna be Mario.
You know, I like the exclusives.
That
would be funny. Just put Mario in there.
That would be
still in Mario graphics. He looks so out of place.
Although Jet Grind Radio was a Sega property, so maybe we'll get Sonic.
Right. Once again, I still play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we also had another interesting game, which I had never heard of, and the Comedic and Shin put me up on, which definitely I was like, why didn't y'all tell me about this already?
You see, I told people about this.
No, you didn't tell me nothing. Lie to tell. So weekly roundup number 3, undefeated.
Yeah, I swear, because I've been following this game, I think since 2018.
Something like
that.
I
thought you would too, because
that's what I'm saying. I told.
Yeah,
we've been following this for some time.
Man, look, as many games like this as I like, I'm so angry, child. Infamous, and what was my joint with Alex?
Prototype. That's my shit.
Prototype.
Yeah.
I'm still
I
mad.
played Prototype so much. This right here,
If y'all didn't know about Prototype, it's basically what would happen
If you gave Carnage a game,
right.
if you gave Carnage a game and just literally, and just unleashed him, and then also later on give him the ability to infect other people.
Right.
well, to be fair, Carnage was able to do that.
Yeah, but he fully controlled him. I'm talking about just turning him into a monster. I ain't talking about US of Carnage.
On Prototype, you can just turn somebody to a bomb, essentially.
Right.
And just
Go, here you go.
and just set them off.
But so undefeated.
What this is they gave Connor Kent a gun. A game.
Right, good.
Right.
Yeah, literally, if you're looking at the screen right now, if you're watching this on YouTube, it looks like Connor Kent when he escaped from Cadmus for the first time, like just undescript uniform of all black and sunglasses on top of that. But
basically what this game is,
it looks like some kind of sonic punch that he's doing right there.
Oh, he would be like you watch this gameplay, he would be fucking bouncing back and forth between like all
right.
the boom, 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 and just knocking them away.
You know how everyone kept saying that you couldn't make a good Superman game? These two students just came up like, hold my beer.
The two students somewhere in Asia.
We got undefeated.
Yeah, so that's the craziest part about it. Is two students from a school in Japan that's geared towards gaming.
Right.
Created this. Students created this.
But yeah, we keep saying you can't make a good Superman game.
Right.
Like that is a horrible lie.
Yeah, and it literally it completely changes the concept too of a superhero game because you don't. It's titled Undefeated because you don't have a life gauge. There's no life gauge on this at all. You have a hero gauge that actually, gears up for your heroics that you do in the game, but there's no life gauge, so your character can't die in this game.
That's something
you get a chance to just go straight up with the enemy, head up.
That's something they should have done in a Superman game, essentially. Because like one problem is that a lot of people say you can't make a good Superman game is because all his powers and abilities, he's so overpowered. Like, I'll be honest, fuck trying to make the game difficult.
Yes,
it should be fun.
Let Superman be super.
Hulk Ultimate Destruction.
Yes,
was like one of the best superhero games when it came out. Is the best Hulk game. And
even when go ahead.
Like, and it's not a hard game. It's fun because you're the Hulk and you can do Hulk shit.
Yep.
The Prototype games we just mentioned, also made by the same developers as Hulk Ultimate Destruction.
Yep.
Not really a hard game, but it's fun because you're essentially Carnage. Yeah. They just don't have the license for Carnage.
Yeah, because Sony definitely still has that.
Right.
But yeah, so Undefeated, and the crazy part about it is, so Undefeated is free. It's free to play. It's PC. It's a PC game though, so it is. The operating system is Windows 10.
Yeah.
And right now, as we speak, the most recent update was August 11th, and it has right now 15,000 downloads. And if you're wondering who the developer is, it's Undefeated Games. So that should be easy to remember.
I'll give you a better rig. I'm grabbing it.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely like this image on the screen right now. Yes, this is what you should be able to do in a superhero game.
Like, we can't have a good Superman game again. Why?
Like, the last good one should not have been Death and Return for the 16-bit.
Right.
God, yeah.
That was the last good Superman game we got.
They tried it with DC Universe Online, but that just got boring and repetitive for a while. It was like, I'm done with you. Only thing I really loved about that game was the way you move through the environment.
Yeah,
I liked flying around, or being. I also made a super speed check a while back. I like
being a speedster and running up walls and across buildings.
I like flying around. I made at least 3 characters that can fly.
Yeah, that was the best part of that game to me. It had so much potential. It was just they didn't quite execute it properly.
Right.
I mean, it was fun to play for a while though.
We claws off the green screen.
Stop it. Hey.
If you listen, they're being attacked by a ferocious tiger. inside because they, apparently are corn. They could be cornered at a zoo, right?
Hey, go. Cat owners understand.
Yeah, I'm leaving it in.
You gonna do this? Get on screen.
Might as well get on screen and boost some views.
People love cats. Don't just stare at me.
But yeah, undefeated is definitely. I'm gonna have to do a little upgrade to my rig because Atlas a perfect game for me.
Like this
is what we say.
This is what they should have been doing
years ago.
Yeah,
like been proven time and time again. It can be done.
Even from watching the gameplay of your ranged attacks, it was just sending shockwaves towards enemies.
And they're working on something else. This motherfucker's firing a full-on Hadouken or Kamehameha.
Yeah. Like with the latest
and he's
update video.
Right, and he's got eye beams. So I thought the only reason they was leaving it out because, fucking legal shit like that'd be too much.
That don't matter, though, because eye beams in everything. Dragon Ball Z has them.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's like this guy looks so much to at least Connor Kent. He only thing he's missing is the red S. So it's like you give him that and just take off shades, get just eye beam the hell out of somebody.
He'd be like when he on Young Justice when he put those power patches on and turned his humanity off.
I still wish they would stop bullshit. Right, give this man his full range of powers.
They might. We got another season coming out. This is going to be on HBO Max now.
Yeah, I know.
So we might get there.
Yeah.
They did change it a lot because he doesn't have a tactile.
Yeah, he doesn't have that. It's like he's basically the Hulk.
Right.
Which I'm okay with.
I don't see the problem.
It's fine, but I feel like the only reason they did this so they can make him part of a stealth team.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of like, I'm gonna be honest, he's your big gun. You leave the stealth to like Nightwing and whatnot, even Artemis. Let your heavy hitters like Superboy come in and shut shit down.
Yeah. Let Superboy super.
Exactly. It's sort of a problem I have because like it sounds small, but none throughout the entire season was too many people even wearing like their logos, their stuff, because they had to be like real undercover.
But see, that makes sense. I like the way they did that with the story with them being a Black Ops team. So you don't want to have a bunch of billboarding.
Like,
know exactly who you are.
Tactically speaking, yes, but there's something I really don't know how to put it into words.
I mean, they rock it. They rock it when they need to. That's why I think they put the whole thing of Beast Boys team in there.
Yeah, the outside.
They were going to be the public face.
Yeah,
so we didn't have to worry about that. So they gave us a cheat code to it.
Yeah.
So it's like, we just switch people on and off that team, and then they can wear their costume.
Cat stuff.
But yeah, we had one more for our weekly roundup. We're gonna round up the weekly roundup.
Yeah,
carefully
with good old Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes, this just dropped.
We had a new DLC, and I'm gonna let Frank pronounce this because he's much better at pronouncing Japanese words.
Iki. Yeah, Iki Island.
Yeah,
it's simple.
That's a new DLC.
Remember the hero from Metabots?
Oh yeah,
Iki Tenryou. So that's how you pronounce that.
So this just dropped for Ghost of Tsushima, which is a game I need to get this back from Elements because I let him borrow it and I still haven't played it yet. So I can play the original version of it. Then I can get to this DLC. But they definitely did a new update to the game, new story. It's a new Oni mask for him, a new sword, and also new armor for the main character, which I definitely I gotta get this back so I can play it because this game looked like it's right up my alley and it just time didn't allow at the time and Elements had time, so I was like, go ahead. Have at it. But that one I really like the gameplay. of that. The concept behind the game, it has a good story, and they definitely looks like they're looking to keep expanding on their story for a while now because that game came out middle of last year.
Yeah.
And we
It
we
came
still
out.
getting DLCs for it. Like,
It came out. I think around the time of The Last of Us 2.
okay, yeah. So, matter of fact, it
I
did
think.
because they were pushing the trailer along with the Last of Us 2 content. But yeah, definitely, I like it.
They ain't gave up on it yet, so
Yeah.
I just need to get some good time to play it. Like I said,
that's been the
schedule don't
problem.
allow.
That's been the problem lately.
Schedule don't allow. But I like any game when you get a chance to get into a good combat feel. Lack of a better words, knuckle up, put your hands on somebody.
Exactly. Which technically brings us to our next topic.
Knuckle up, return of the Beatum up.
You know what? We talk about
shirt.
Like they was beat 'em ups was based on they was based on movies.
Quite a lot of them.
Quite a bit of just martial arts movies. A lot of them 80s feels and stuff. That's how you got your Streets of Rages and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that. So I'm gonna say very famous fight choreographer, Brad Allen from Team Chan. But he just recently passed. If y'all don't know, he gave us some stuff like Kick Ass.
Mm-hmm.
And another one, Scott Pilgrim. So that game, like that movie got a game. Well, the comic got a movie, and then the movie got a game.
Right.
And stuff. It sort of brought back the beat 'em up genre.
Yeah.
That joint was fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it sort of saved the genre because before that,
you didn't have too many. There were a few, but they were far. The only side scroll with beat 'em up I can think that hit anything before Scott Pilgrim that wasn't being re-brought out.
Right.
Was Guilty Gear Judgment for the PSP.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
How much time that was between?
So that was like 2005, 2006 to Scott Pilgrim. The game came out in 2010.
Then after that, you started seeing more and more beat 'em ups and stuff. It's a lot of the indie joints started going and stuff, and man, you just started seeing things like the one that was funny though, Charlie Murder.
Yeah.
This game right here.
Charlie Murder, you say? So this looks like a rock band.
You know what? That's sort of funny. Take some things from the Scott Pilgrim game. This is a band. Or apply it to more like a heavy, like real heavy metal.
Yeah.
I think you're beating up zombies, demons.
And if anybody is wondering why there was a question mark in my voice when I said that, because the image on the screen right now is like the guy in the middle has a microphone, but everyone else has weapons of mass destruction.
The mic he can use the mic as a weapon. That's one thing. So the funny thing about that is every character that has like, I think upwards to like 4 different versions of themselves.
Gotcha.
That you use, each one comes with their own set of skills.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The favorite one I used on was actually the lead singer, Charlie. I forgot what it was called, but basically he could fucking grab, like, scream into the mic and inflict you with different things like poison, bleed to death. He can scream and produce a bag of guns.
Yeah. You heard that right. If y'all are listening, yes.
It came on the 360. We still have it on our 360.
Yeah.
Wait,
it should be on the marketplace still for the Xbox One.
So essentially, he screams, and out of a pocket dimension comes a magic murder bag.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And it doesn't have like there's no speech in the game. But they actually, you understand absolutely everything that's going on. To show you how much you understand it, they actually have a joke in there from Symphony of the Night.
It's a Symphony of the Night reference. People, I'm not gonna spoil for anyone. People who played it, and if you know, you know.
Right.
Okay.
One of your favorite scenes from Symphony of the Night gets referenced in this.
Mm-hmm.
I can dig it.
So it should still be up on the marketplace today. I believe it's also on Steam.
Right. You know, I do know it is on Steam too, or at least was. I hope it still is.
It probably
they take things down like that on Steam.
Right.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Steam, just to go back, Undefeated, which we were talking about earlier, is free to download from Steam. In case you're looking for it,
right?
Because I'm definitely gonna go look for it.
When I give me a better machine, that's what's happening.
But yeah, I definitely. I miss it. We used to play so many beat 'em ups back in the day. Like, I definitely miss this genre. And I'm glad it's kind of coming back to being more games like that. And I like the fact that they kept them essentially as side scrollers.
Yeah,
this is my favorite genre.
Like,
this is what I grew up on.
Streets of Rage 4 just got a DLC.
Mm-hmm.
You know, matter of fact,
this gives you the ability to play as Max, Streets of Rage 2 original, Shiva, also Streets of Rage 2 original, and new character, also a boss, Estelle.
Yeah.
I can never pronounce her last name. Because it's something like...
I haven't seen her last name enough.
It's like Aguirre. I don't know how to pronounce it. I would need to hear it spoken.
I got you. But yeah, so especially for that game, I didn't even know Streets of Rage 4 was out to download until Comedic told me, and I was like, oh yeah, snatching it, ran through that game like quick. Like, I was like, oh, back at it, let's go.
For street, we look for beat 'em ups.
Yeah,
this is what we did.
And Streets of Rage was definitely one of my favorites back then. That and Double Dragon.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Man, this
another one that I used to love all the time, especially in the arcade, not even at home, was any of the Ninja Turtles games, like Turtles in Time.
Now they're making the same developers, I believe, that did Streets of Rage 4.
Yeah,
working on this.
Yeah, same thing. Shredder's Revenge is the name of it.
I'm guessing it's gonna be a follow-up for Turtles in Time.
Yeah, looking at the art style, it kind of reminds me of Turtles in Time for sure.
Yeah,
but I'm liking the fact that they brought back the old classic, like, Rocksteady and the old foot and stuff, and it's just
you can still toss people into the screens.
Right. I want to sit there and Nintendo sit while I play this game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely inspired by Turtles in Time.
Right there on the side while I play this game.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing that game and I got that feeling back. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely. And honestly, a good amount of the Turtles games were good. It's just a couple on console that were bad.
Most of them from Sega. I'm be honest, because I hated a lot of the Turtles games. I'm not even gonna lie. That was because I didn't play the Nintendo counterparts.
Got you.
Like the Turtles Tournament Fighter was terrible.
Yes.
Like one of our buddies was trying to tell us that game was good, and I'm sitting there like, what are you smoking?
Right.
I played it. It sucks. I found out later he had a Super Nintendo.
You're like, oh, okay.
And he had a completely different version of the game that I had.
Mm-hmm.
Which was real crazy to think about, that back then you would get the same game on two systems and it would be completely different.
Right.
The same thing with I'll say this. Turtles Hyperstone Heights was not bad, but Turtles in Time was better.
Right. Much better. And that's a perfect, like, it's supposed to be the same game.
But wasn't.
Was not.
But yeah, man, we getting into a lot of new stuff that's still dropping for like these beat 'em ups and stuff too. Like the Turtles coming out, that Shredder's Revenge. Then it's not necessarily new, but that Fighting Rage.
Yeah. So this clearly is inspired by the old stuff. It's even in the title, Fight and Rage.
Yeah, even the look of it, it's like
you can
a retro look.
You can set the game. Whoever took the picture had their game set to like CRT. Right. You can even like actually have your screen look like it's through one of those old monitors.
Yeah, it can give you the scan lines and stuff too.
So while you get the scan lines, you can actually get the curved monitor look if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go how retro you want to go with this game.
Right.
They know what they're shooting for.
Like I have.
A lot of people don't understand either. Like a good beat 'em up is just fun.
It's up to download on consoles right now. In fact, I know on the PlayStation Store, it's on sale for $10. It should be at like $10.
Right.
For 10. Huh?
There's a sale going on now.
We should try and grab it ourselves.
Yeah. Done.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with getting some good old gaming fun in for the low.
Right.
But good beat 'em up is just hits right.
Right. Like sometimes these things they fall into place. Other times they just kind of bad ideas or something.
But we didn't get through all of the.
But certain things like Fighting Force wasn't too.
That
didn't quite make the cut.
Yeah,
like beat 'em ups and stuff.
That was
all beat 'em ups ain't good.
We were starting. We around then we were starting to leave like 2D beat 'em ups. There were some 3D ones that did come out.
Yeah,
that some of us didn't even hear about. Like there's a game called Crisis Beat, but it only came out in Japan and Europe.
Yep.
Another good one was called Panzer Bandit. That only came out in Japan. That was also on PlayStation.
But so we not anti like 3D and stuff when we talking about beat 'em ups.
I mean, Dynamite Cop is good.
Right.
Oh yeah, but I will say I do prefer the side scrolls.
Right. Yeah. That's what we saying. It's just something about them old school joints that just it hit different when you just that fist glowing. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, case in point for the whole retro side scrollers, like Metal Slug is still one of my favorite games of all time.
Man.
And even when they drop new ones, they still keep that retro feel to them because they know it works and people love it. So leave it alone sometimes.
Right. Yeah. Like that's all we saying. Nothing wrong when it works.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We got. I mean, there's a couple other joints that was that came. Dragon's Crown. That was a good one.
Yeah. That came out back with PS3 back in 2013. They re-released this in, I want to say 2016, maybe 2017.
It kind of has like a Castlevania type look to it. If you look on the screen.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Definitely remind you of the retro games.
If any of you played Odin Sphere.
Same thing.
Right.
Then we had another one that I saw was interesting, River City Girls.
Yeah.
This is any listeners remember River City Ransom? This is the girlfriends of the actual, the two characters from there.
Yeah, I definitely like the anime style to the artwork for it.
Sure. Yeah.
This game is very fun.
Like man, I got it out. I go through it whenever I can.
So what we're saying is, we believe side scrollers are good ideas, not bad ideas. Although there have been a lot of bad ideas in the gaming world altogether.
Yes.
Which brings us to our next segment.
What we like to call
Good idea, bad idea. And I'm not a game developer. I'm not a programmer. I got a little programming experience, but not, I'm not enough to develop my own game. So maybe I should be quiet. But I'm a gamer, and you release things to us as consumers, and sometimes they're horrible ideas.
And you should be reminded of them.
Yeah, you gotta learn from your failures.
Right.
So first up, like, okay, bad idea. I just want to give a good example just to set the tone, let people know where we're going with this. We talked about this before. Steel Battalion and his atrocious controller.
I think I've told people about this controller enough.
Yeah, it's still. I forgot about this until Comedic brought it up, and I was like, "Why did you make me remember that horrible memory that we had at Mickey's house?"
Like,
your cousin is a horrible person. He made us play this.
I like my mech games simple. You don't need to get any more complicated than the actual arcade stick that you could get for Virtual On back on the Saturn.
What did he say?
You don't need to go.
Say?
I met someone who actually did serve in the army, right? in ASEAN, who said, "I don't need that. I did that. I do that for a living."
He's like, "That's in a tank."
Exactly. He's like, "I don't need that. I do that for a living. Just give me the controller."
You're right. I do this at work, sir. I don't want to do this at home also. I mean, another horrible example is just once again setting the tone.
Oh,
what else can actually be said about this?
On screen is the Apple Pippin.
If y'all don't really understand what's happening here, that's because it looks like a breathalyzer and a Wi-Fi machine
with a VCR in the middle.
Right.
I know some of our viewers and listeners might not be old enough to remember the VCR. VCR was what we used to use before the DVD was created, which was before streaming services.
Right. We kind of dating ourselves here.
Yeah.
But it's all right because the Pippin was bad.
Horrible.
Yeah.
So, I feel like we should let our guest / affiliate go ahead and give me what's a bad gaming idea for you?
Okay, so while the game itself, while it has a lot of problems, it's not technically bad, but this recent idea is terrible. If anyone familiar or playing through Borderlands 3 right now, you should know what I'm about to bring up. The Iridium machine to re-roll the anointments on your weaponry items.
Yes, this BS.
This was made to fix the problem of you not getting the anointments that you wanted in the first place, which were already random. The problem is this is still random. Now you have to pay
for random.
Right.
And the recent update even mess up even more, where each time you try it, you only see like the same 3 anointments. For anyone who hasn't played Borderlands 3, think of these anointments are like extra power-ups to the weapon.
EX abilities attached to stuff or something like that.
Got you. So augments to your current weapon, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I know you've seen me play at least once or something.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Watching Comedic 7 play Borderlands of any kind, of any one of the Borderlands titles, it looks like he is what people watch when they say he got to be cheating. It's like he cheated. I don't care what he did. You can't do that in the game.
When you set the build right, like when you set them right.
Yeah. This man has buffs where it looks like he's dying and coming back to life at the same time.
Okay, so I was going to mention that actually.
Be right back.
He basically has the Phoenix Dawn in his gun.
That's actually the example I was going to use. Actually, it's to talk about these anointments. I have a thing on my character where it takes her health down to 1%, like to just 1. But it 100% doubles her shield. Excuse me. And everything. And then all the other I got like weapons and stuff where their extra ability, if your health is under 50%, you deal like 150% bonus radiation damage. So no matter whatever weapon I'm using, I'm getting that buff because my health is only at 1.
Jeez. Yeah, and that's why people was like, man, he cheated. I can understand why they would say he was cheating.
Like, no, I just
read. What was happening.
Like I just read.
You just take full advantage of the game.
Right.
I need to understand. If you're gonna play it fully.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. But this new thing, you can only see like the same 3, and they're never the one that you want.
Terrible.
So you're just wasting a form of currency on that game.
Well, I'm gonna say right now, my idea of a bad idea for video gaming is to play any shooter against Kinetic 7. Bad idea. Don't do it to yourself. It's infuriating. It's so frustrating.
Look, if people would just honestly just stop moving, it could go a lot smoother.
You know, I'm just
if they accept they're gonna get sniped in the face, we can get this over with and go home a lot quicker.
Well, speaking of bad ideas connected to Kinetic 7, what's your bad idea for video game? Like, what's the worst thing you come across? Or actually, not even video game, connected to a video game. We can expand this.
Okay.
In the video game world or realm.
See, if we could expand this, I got to go to movies. And I know what a lot of people thinking because I talked about it that other time with the Super Mario Brother movie.
Man, I promise you I almost made that my pick.
I swear that that's not the worst thing.
But I remember Steel Battalion's controller. I had to show it again.
It's terrible. Mario is terrible, but they at least in some form tried. They tried to give you Koopa like Bowser. He didn't look anything like Bowser or anything, but they tried to give you Bowser at least.
Yeah.
They at least made an attempt. They failed horribly, but there was an attempt made. That Double Dragon movie. That Double Dragon movie.
Yeah.
What do we know about the Lee brothers?
One of them is actually a martial artist.
The other one's the guy from Party of Five.
There's supposed to be twins. There's supposed to be twins, but these motherfuckers are too good for race.
The Iron Chef. Just stay out of my tunnels. Him
right.
And the guy from Party of Five. Are y'all telling me that they twins?
And people, if you've seen the most recent John Wick, you'll remember Mark DeCostas as the guy that hawked him the entire movie and was a super fan of him, but also was trying to kill him at the same time. And you've seen him. He could fight.
Yeah.
Right. He got hands. But that was just like, why? Where's Party of Five?
So the villain of this is some character named Kokoshuko, who was played by the T-1000.
Mm-hmm.
That was Robert Patrick.
Yep.
Here's how horrible this movie is. I don't remember anything about it other than the two main actors. I watched it. I know I did.
That was the only good thing about that movie.
Alyssa Milano.
Right.
About the only thing about that film.
Yeah.
Wow. True story.
That's about it. Everything else was failure of every accord. It's like, where did the magic medallions come from in Double Dragon? That wasn't in the games I played.
The only thing I might say was worse than that was probably Dragon Ball Evolution.
See, initially that was going to be my choice, but I went with Double Dragon because Double Dragon was a game first.
Yeah.
Like Dragon, like the evolution.
But I will say the medallions were in the animated series.
Yeah, but the animated series was also bad.
Right.
Some of the fighting was good. No, it wasn't.
Right.
It was horrible. Here's
the thing, that show was
so dragon swords and dragon daggers and dragon weird power-ups.
Right. That just the theme song of that show was so bad that I literally forgot that was a theme song, and mentally for years in my head I replaced it with the first stage theme song of the first game until our friend and our cousin reminded me of it.
Like we were like, no, you got to know the bad too. If we have to know the bad, you have to know the bad. You're not gonna sit here and remember the cartoon exists,
man.
But they can write out the song. Like,
let him block his trauma out if he wants to. Make him relive his trauma.
YouTube can be used for information too.
This is like before YouTube hit like that.
Then how the hell did I find it?
I can't remember. I think just sang it or something.
Oh, okay.
Some shit. This
well, fair enough.
This was like 04, 05. We wasn't. YouTube was not YouTubing like that.
So the crazy part about it is this isn't even the worst of the worst. If we want to go back to bad idea. Let's talk hardware. Let's talk.
Well, if we talking the hardware, my vote, I'm gonna vote for the R zone. I'm gonna be honest with you.
First off, I hate you for reminding me that this was a thing. I forgot about this completely until you sent me this image for the episode. I was like, why does he know about this? And then I remembered the commercial.
I had to deal with one.
This thing was terrible.
It's burned into my brain.
I don't think I can say anything that Angry Video Game Nerd already didn't say about it.
First off, they tried to make it look like a Scouter from Dragon Ball Z.
Well, no, because this looked more flimsy. This was more flimsy than that.
And you know how those work.
That's why I say they tried to make it look like
this thing to wrap this piece of shit around your head while the behind you is where the game screen is, but that reflects onto this fucking piece of plastic that's hanging down. That's
it was a piece of plastic. It was like
glass. All these games are in red and black. Red and black is my color. That is my color scheme.
He has the Red Hood shirt on right now.
Don't know how well people can.
Yep.
And I don't need all of my games in red and black.
Like there's a limit, is what we saying. And this decided to test that.
Well, we talking about horrible hardware. I got one for you too.
The Virtual Boy's big, more dickish brother.
The Nintendo Virtual Boy.
As much as this failed, the R-Zone tried to be that and couldn't even accomplish what the Virtual Boy did.
This was supposed to be, I want to say, a first attempt at console VR.
Again, I can't say anything more about that than Angry Video Game Nerd did. He kind of covered that one too.
But see, this was basically, if you remember those old school viewfinders.
Yeah, this is on your face.
Also,
boom.
Also in red and black. It can destroy your eyes. I'm just glad we didn't have this.
Like, man, they just wanted to give the population conjunctivitis, didn't they?
We were gonna be blind eventually.
You don't come out being like Kramer when he had to deal with that fucking chicken roaster red neon.
You got slapped with the red.
Right.
Yeah.
Like your milk don't look like tomato juice by the time you.
The Virtual Boy is one of those things that you saw in gaming stores and you looked at it like, why would I try? Like it never, nothing about it said I want this ever in life. Like the marketing was even horrible.
One good game I can say that's on that thing. If you can get yourself a Virtual Boy emulator, that Wario was not bad.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and agree to that too.
And emphasis on emulator. Remember, I said emulator. Don't try to go find this emulator.
Like if you can just sit back, play that Wario
like a normal game.
Like that's something they should have brought on the Super Nintendo, honestly.
Yeah, I will agree to that. But the system.
But yeah, if you want to play that, get yourself some.
Why?
It looks horrible.
It does.
It's
terrible.
But yeah, get yourself an emulator. Just grab that Wario.
I don't even think that. I think the Nintendo stopped having that Nintendo seal of approval around the time of the Virtual Boy. I mean, they knew they messed up.
Yeah, that shit was
terrible. You used to be able to look on their boxes and see the Nintendo seal of approval.
I don't think they
had that on the Virtual Boy.
We can't keep lying to people.
Right.
I think Nintendo knew it was bad.
They had a conscience. We can't keep lying to these people. This is horrible.
Right.
This was a bad attempt at a money grab.
I don't remember that white and gold seal on the Virtual Boy case. I don't remember that.
Yeah, because it wasn't approved. So yeah, we're gonna. I think that's enough of the bad. This was horrible.
Because there's a lot of bad, but
let's not focus solely on that.
There's a lot of good too. It's like when sometimes when gaming companies get it right, they get it right. So we're here in the good ideas right now.
Let's come out of the shadows and step into the light a little bit.
Right.
Although I do like it when it's really dark.
Are you heard, Royce?
Oh man. I hate the dark. Turn the lights on. I can't even. Oh, Royce be wilding. So just to give a good example. And once again, y'all say what y'all want to say about me. Yes, I do like Call of Duty. But good idea. Warzone. Free to play for everybody, and also it's cross-play. So all these people that was talking that, man, if you had an Xbox, I handle you, but you ain't got one. Meet me on Warzone because we got everything. PC players who think they better, meet me on the battlefield and let's go and shoot it out. A lot of scores have been settled on this game.
What he's saying is come get that work.
A lot of points have been proven on this game. Come get this work. PS4 out here handling business.
Say healthy. It's healthy. It's healthy.
People be saying, "Don't at me this time." But yeah, that definitely when that came out, like I ain't gonna lie to you, this saved part of my pandemic last year. I was in the house locked away, couldn't go nowhere, losing my mind. Meet up with the homies on this game and talk trash and play the game like we used to back in the day when we would meet up and play it at the crib. Perfect. This got me back into Call of Duty. I quit for a minute.
Pandemic is what messed up some of y'all. Now y'all got to deal with him.
Yep. Out here in these virtual streets handling business. Come get this work once again. That's why I got to open my schedule back up because I need to get back online and deal out a couple of repercussions out here.
Yeah, he over here on this Frank White. Like y'all been eating good while I was away.
Mm-hmm.
I won't in.
You've been enjoying yourself, huh?
I won't in. Every headshot, every ammo pack picked up. I won't
every kill streak comes through me.
But
yeah, that's definitely one of the favorites. Like still one of the favorites right now. One of the best things that happened during the pandemic. And another good thing, which I wish many more gaming companies would adopt, free DLCs.
Man, yes.
We talked about this last episode with Marvel's the Avengers game that some people hate on, but all the DLCs have been free, and the Wakanda one just dropped. It is currently live right now as we speak. But on screen we have The Witcher Wild Hunt 3.
And I'm saying that just says 16.
16 free DLCs for everyone in Red. For everyone. 16.
They're just saying about come play this game.
Yeah.
Play the game. You bought the game. Now here's some new stuff you do. I don't want to keep buying the game over and over. I bought the game so that I could play it. Why do I have to keep buying the game every time you release something new?
Man, they just smooth came through like next round's on me.
Just right.
Like
16 shots on me.
Right.
Rounds on the house. So, okay. We're gonna be real drunk after this. So.
Like, can you really be mad at it?
Not at all. I enjoy it. I look for it more.
Right.
Everyone else would hop too. Get with the program, people.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hear us? We not dropping hints.
I'm saying directly. Give me free things after I pay for your content.
Right.
I don't want to buy it again until it's a new one. Wrong with y'all.
Like another thing, quit hiding locked content behind paywalls.
Yes.
Capcom.
Be fair, they haven't done that in
a
long time.
Irritating.
That was doing what I call their bad ideas year.
Yeah.
Like 2013 to 2014.
Yeah. But yeah, this free is where it's at. Is what we saying. We agree with the free.
Yeah, I already paid $59.99. Now give me something for free $99.
It's like $64.85 or something with tax.
Right, there you go.
Man, look. I'ma start this bitch. Give us free.
Give us free. Thank you. So Shia, what you got? What you think is a good idea in the gaming world?
Well, mentioned Capcom when they decided to go ahead with the Devil May Cry game, specifically the first one. This has been said before, but a lot of people still might not know. Devil May Cry was basically an accident. It was supposed to be what would have been Resident Evil 4, but it got away from them. And what you could do, what the enemies were, it sort of it went off the rails.
Now, life of its own, and they say, you know what?
Exactly. The director liked what they had, decided to make it its own game.
Right.
And
it worked out. It's now one of my favorite series.
Many of the listeners know that I high praise for Devil May Cry, not DMC, Devil May Cry.
But we are 4 games later, all the way up to 5, all the way up to Devil May Cry 5.
And 5 special editions, which just came out on next gen and current gen.
Right.
Where you can play it virtual.
Fun.
And also, 5 was great because they brought back, and I know this is Shin's favorite, was his favorite new character, Nero.
Yeah.
That's him in Devil May Cry version. That's him in that world.
Fuck out of everything.
If he was in that world, this would be him.
I would really like I would like for them to remake Devil May Cry 1 and 2.
Remaster the joint for the current and next. Completely remake it.
Yeah, because once again, like I was saying, Devil May Cry, the first one was an accident.
Oh yeah.
So think about if they remake it, but it's forward by everything else, specifically 3, the prequel.
Like what they were shooting for after they actually knew that this can be its own thing.
And I will say that Devil May Cry 3 is
I think
that might still be my favorite one of the whole series.
Like that set the standard.
Yeah.
So well done.
Imagine Devil May Cry 1 where he would start with his devil trigger. It would make sense because he would have gotten it in 3.
Yeah.
He starts with like those 4 styles that you can switch between.
You hear this, Capcom?
Are you writing this down?
And if
free notes.
And you can remake 2 and sort of address and fix a few problems from the original version of 2 that a lot of people had.
Well, no problems with 2. 2 was great. I don't care what nobody say.
A lot of people. This one I don't necessarily care what about, but a lot of people say it was too easy or one thing. I will say, and a lot of people do also have a problem with
3 being too hard though.
With Dante.
But you know what? I can slightly agree with maybe if people played it the way we did, 2 was the easiest one of all.
Yeah, it was.
But I just assumed it was because of how we played the game. Right. It was easy, but maybe it was easy. I don't know.
And 2, Dante wasn't as smart mouth as he was, and 2, not at the same time. If we put the games in sort of a retroactive arc, he had to kill his brother twice.
Right.
Yeah. Like he wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, he was like, enough of this, man. I'm tired.
Like one
get to the killer.
Didn't necessarily know Neo Angelo
until the very end.
So that had to mess with him too. He thought he was just messing,
He thought he only saw him die once, essentially, back in 3.
Oh, this is my brother. Oh, that's great.
Right. He ain't gonna be the same.
Yeah.
So I would like to see it done from that perspective,
Well, you really take all that information to account.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm down for anything as long as it's actually in the Devil May Cry world. Don't do DMC again. Don't do that no more.
Don't give us Twilight.
Understand? Team Ninja, don't touch nothing else.
That wasn't Team Ninja. That was Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory.
Oh, Ninja Theory. I'm sorry.
Team Ninja. Ninja guy.
It's the heavenly sword and what was the newer thing they just did? Hellblade.
Yeah, Hellblade.
Oh, I saw some footage from that one.
Yeah. When they're doing their stuff, they're fine.
Don't touch nothing else.
Right.
Stay over there.
Devil May Cry, good idea.
It's one of them. Go to your room.
See, bad idea.
But yeah,
Horrible idea.
just imagine though with all the information that they have about these characters now, redo those first two. I say you don't need to remake 3. It just they just released a Switch special edition where you can have couch co-op Bloody Palace.
Right.
We're gonna have to get that on Switch. Yeah.
Co-op Bloody Palace?
Yeah.
No, they shouldn't do that.
Dante.
Oh yeah, they should.
One can have Dante, one can have Virgil, or I think we have.
Have they been? They've been listening to our dreams.
Right.
Devil May Cry. Good idea.
Man, they doing great.
Yeah.
See, you just gave me a. Why y'all keep coming up with reasons for why I need a Switch? Don't do this.
Games on the Switch. It's titles.
Yeah.
No.
Don't sleep on it.
I haven't been. That's the problem. I want it, and I don't want to buy it.
I still haven't played Bayonetta 2.
I'm gonna keep trying to win it.
Man,
they give stuff like that away at my job sometimes.
But you need to grab that.
I'll be trying to find them little online joints and stuff. I'll be trying to win because I got bills.
Man, I'm grown. I can't be buying game systems left and right.
Right.
Got bills. I got stuff to take care of.
But we can move on to another, I know y'all be thinking I'm harsh on movies. It's just that a lot of the movies is bad.
First off, they don't be thinking you harsh on movies. Everybody knows that Super Mario Brothers and Double Dragon was horrible movies. No one has ever fought.
Right. These new wave hipsters will say those are actually good. Like,
right.
No, they're bad.
The actors in those movies know they're bad. And have openly admitted that. Jean-Claude
called that Street Fighter movie a train wreck and turned down the Legend of Chun-Li. Like, I don't want anywhere near that train wreck.
Right.
And he was the main actor in the first one. He knew it was horrible.
It wanted nothing to do with another one.
I found something out though. That movie ain't as bad if you remove Street Fighter from the title and you just watch it
as a movie.
Yeah, it is hilarious. It's just don't think of them like that's not Ryu and then that's Ryan. That's like mentally remove Street Fighter.
No, you're lying. It's still bad. You know why it's still bad? Because we still have horrible dialogue.
Look, Bison
Jean-Claude Van Damme
roasting each other was like comedic gold.
It's so hard. Any Bison would be is going to feel it. Horrible dialogue. Horrible.
But
the movie's still bad. No matter what,
he was on coke most of the movie.
No matter what lens you watch that through, that movie's bad. Okay,
don't try to do that movie.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
But on to the good idea.
But you have introduced us to blood gnomes. You can shut up.
Hey, that wasn't by choice.
Chupacabra Terror. You shut up.
That wasn't by choice either. I was just there when I first got those movies.
I don't care.
I didn't even buy them. They were just passed to me.
I don't care. If I didn't know you, I would never know of that. So shut up.
And I thought that Chupacabra thing would go somewhere. It had the dude from Sliders in it. They had the fat guy from Sliders, and it was still bad.
Just to let you know it's going to be bad. He was the best thing about this movie.
But sometimes they get it right when they get it right. And I'm saying both first Mortal Kombat movies. The old 1995 joint and the one that just dropped this year.
I might watch this again today.
It's they both tell their version of the story well.
And they did,
and
both of them were good. Definitely good launch titles for if you're trying to push a trilogy or a sequel.
Right.
Good character development. For the most recent one, good new character. And I like the way they tied it in to my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat, Scorpion. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched it. The new character is connected to Scorpion. Also, as you saw, it came out April 23rd. So is it really a spoiler alert? You had time.
Right. It was free for a lot of things for a lot of time. If you ain't seen it yet, that's your fault.
And if you had HBO Max, you could have watched it at any time from home.
You had to go nowhere.
Theaters was closed, so what? Watch it. I did.
But if people have anything to say, it's like a problem with a certain scene or something like that. You're not gonna hear it's a bad movie.
No, not at all. Especially since they got actual martial artists to play most of the main characters. Actual like martial arts actors who are real martial artists played these characters. So these fight scenes just look so flawless. I mean, Louis Tan, who played, well, spoiler alert, the new character. A lot of people might know him from Into the Badlands,
right?
Or Assassins on Netflix. Actual like Olympic level martial artists with a background of training since he was a kid, being trained by his father, who's an Olympic medalist in martial arts. Like this is a real martial artist who actually takes this seriously. He's not just a stunt man that happened to know a couple of kicks. he got hands for you for real in real life.
Right.
So I always love like that. Especially when you got the real martial artists in there playing the characters. I love it.
Oh yeah, it shows on camera.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my vote for a good idea.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead. My bad idea that I sent last was that stupid Virtual Boy. So let me show you what they wanted to do. The Oculus Quest 2. This is right now definitely the top runner in VR gaming. Just the fact that it is portable because your games are actually loaded on there. You connect to it through the app, so you can download games to it while you're on the move. You don't have to be connected into anything. And they recently just dropped a new extended power pack for it that connects onto the back of the headset, so it extends your battery life longer than, because I think you might get a 3-hour charge to play.
So that now instead of the 3-hour headache, you get the 6-hour headache.
Now it does. If you have it on too long, you will have to reactivate with reality for real. It's just with your spatial awareness, but yeah. Yeah, all right.
Just remember, instead of playing it the full 3-hour charge, just do like 2.
No, I gotta play it till it's about to run out, and then I plug it in and I reset the boundary to stationary. That's how you play that. I want to be disconnected from the world and then have to reconnect.
Fair enough. I'm saying, as far as I've seen worse VR things, is what I'm saying.
And even the pandemic, during the pandemic, that one really blew up because a lot of things added virtual viewing. So virtual movie theaters in there, we can watch the movie in there, like you're sitting in the theater.
So like how people do, like, I don't know, let's say like Facebook watch parties.
Yeah, but you could do it in there.
It's like you're right there. Okay.
And the NBA, if you had NBA TV, they had virtual seating, so it looked like you could go into the VR and it'd be like you were sitting courtside at the actual game.
You know what? During the pandemic, that's not a bad idea.
Like
that's actually a dope idea.
And of course, other people use it for other things, but we're not talking about that because this is a gaming podcast. This ain't an OnlyFans podcast.
Just say.
Speaking of which, OnlyFans about to be over.
Ooh, they even shot themselves in the foot.
Like that. Yeah. Like I remember reading that. Like, yeah, that'll go well. Like, that's a good idea.
Man, look, it'll be all right. Right. Somebody else gonna pop up with something for them, all those people to go over to do the same thing. We already know.
Right.
Somebody already like, this is my chance.
But don't you just love it when companies do clear-cut bad ideas? Like, how do you think this is gonna go? Like, what's the end game?
Man, that was an example of a bad idea.
Other than losing money.
Put you on the map. People didn't even know OnlyFans. OnlyFans was originally created to be a creative space for creators to use to connect with their fans.
2020
pandemic happened and it turned into porn. And it blew up.
Man.
It blew up. It was, man, look, it blew up to the point I was like, man, if I was a pretty girl, I'd have gone and got me a bag too.
Like, shoot, not mad at you.
But I'm a guy.
I'm
Nobody
not
trying to see
friends,
that.
but I ain't mad at you.
Right.
I ain't had no. Look, I wasn't mad at none of them. Get to the bag. Good idea. Get your bag.
That is what's so be making me laugh when people talk about why OnlyFans. This OnlyFans. That's like, I'm gonna be honest. This shit's been around since at least 2019. Maybe earlier than that. There's a reason why it blew up in 2020. There's an obvious reason.
I mean, case in point. Speaking of connected to the gaming realm, Corinna Coft, who is, some people may know her as being part of, they call the vlog squad with David Dobrik on YouTube. She is a gamer that was on Twitch. Transferred over when Microsoft had their gaming platform. She left them and is now exclusively on Facebook gaming. Has a huge following across all her platforms. She's been on OnlyFans for maybe a little over a month. $4 million made this first month. $4 million made this first month.
Man.
And honestly, for just doing a little bit, only thing different from her Instagram and her OnlyFans is probably that she actually take the clothes off a little bit. But it's like this is a gamer who had a huge following because she's a pretty girl, but she plays. She's a real gamer. She got them hands for you in Fortnite, and she nice with Call of Duty. She's a shooter out here in these virtual streets.
You had sent me a thing for her before she had OnlyFans and stuff. You know what I'm saying? She game.
That was kind of fun to watching the voice actors for Aerith Curry. We go run through Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah,
and Brianna White.
Yeah.
So you know, in the gaming world, when you look a certain way, you transition over to something else. Get you a quick bag. Now she already get the bag from gaming. I ain't gonna lie.
She's just ice cubes real quick.
Right.
Yeah, man, she hopped over there. Let me get that.
Like she's good in rap, then transitioned over to film. Like she hit an ice cube real quick.
Mm-hmm. It looked like she got to it just before it ended.
Right. Got up bag and got out.
I still feel like OnlyFans gonna back out of that. They gonna come back. Oh, we thought about it. We changed our minds.
No, y'all thought about them extra houses you had.
And look, people see this is not even their revenue. People have made close to $1 billion on like collectively through OnlyFans since the pandemic.
That's why I'm like confused. Like, do you not like money?
I do.
That's like I heard that. Like, what's the end game?
Wish I had come up with OnlyFans.
Man,
I'd be doing this from the beach right now.
Right.
On my own island.
That's why like, what is the end game behind outside of fucking yourself up?
Yeah. So just to reiterate, good idea. The pandemic pivot of OnlyFans. Bad idea. Ending what brought you all that money doing the pivot.
Right. You see the differences here?
Problems out here. People just don't understand.
Right.
But yeah, I think we did a good get you a good idea how we feel about these good idea, bad idea. You know, let us know in the comments which you think
yours
is a horrible idea or a spectacular idea.
Right. What's a good one? What's a bad one?
And, you know, if you like, you also can shoot us a go DM over there on Instagram. You know, follow us at Respect My Gamer
with that
everywhere. K in the respect. And, you know, let us know how you feel about the episode. Let us know any comments you might have and how you feel about these topics. We want to know what your good and bad is. And let us know your favorite beat 'em up.
Yes.
That genre. Side scroller or no? Side scrollers are the best. That's how I feel.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah.
Like I said, I saw that Turtles and I want that old Nintendo set. I want my Apple Jacks on the side. and everything, and I want to like sit there, like just right there by the TV, just.
You understand what good cereal is? You gotta have the Apple Jacks, man.
Man, with the milk with the frost chunks.
Yeah.
Look.
Your cereal got to make good milk,
right? You know what I'm saying? Y'all not living if y'all ain't eating cereal the right way.
Man, you need that cinnamony milk,
right?
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, definitely hit us up in the comments. You know, I want to thank Shen for coming through and stepping in and being our third man in the building. Y'all gonna see him a little more because he, like I said, he's not a guest. He's a Respect My Game affiliate. He's part of Respect My Game. So look forward to seeing him in a future episode, or 2 or 3 or 8, depending on what his schedule's like. You know, this is Cadence 007.
Comedic 7.
Peace. We out. I always remember, keep gaming out here.
Tell people put some respect on your game.
Man. And if they don't, tell them meet you on the virtual streets.
Right.
Handling your business.